I changed the yellow side to a purple side. And this one, I don't know, I just think it's really annoying to solve because the algorithms are really confusing. But the 4x4s are really cool because it's just like an add-on from the 3x3, but it's just as easy because it has a 3x3 stage in it. It's weird how these two are like exactly identical because this one seems a lot smaller than this because this is like 2 layers on a regular one. I got this one at a competition that I just thought was really cool and I paid them $6 for it. I don't remember, this is from the Rubik's company and that's why it's not that good. I don't really like the Rubik's brands. This one looks really confusing, and when I first got it, I had no idea how to turn it or anything, but once I learned it, it was a lot of fun. I also got this one off of Amazon from the $30 gift card I got from my aunt. Yeah, and it takes me a while to solve, but it's just really cool to have. This one is like just a regular 3x3, but it just had another layer added to it. And the last one's just the 4x4. Probably one of my favorites to solve.
Bobby, would you like, which ones would you like to scramble up to solve? And we could, some ones that are different from the 3x3, and then we could time you at your best one.
Probably my 4x4.
Okay, why don't we let's pick 2 volunteers here to scramble up 2 cubes, and then we'll see Bobby solve something more complicated than the 3x3. So Bobby, you can pick 2 volunteers.
Yeah. And, you know.
Do you want to pick a different one for them to scramble up too? Be careful with them too as you're... Boys, why don't you slide around to the other side of the table so we can see you scramble them up. That looks good. Okay, why don't you hand them to Bobby now, and we'll see how he solves these more complex Rubik's Cubes.
Alright, I think I'll start off with this one. That one's finished.
This is a 4x4.
Not very good, the 4x4, but I'll see how I can solve it. takes me a long time to do the edges because it's not very fast method at all. Alright, now I have to do the 3x3 stage. And I'm finished.
It's amazing. Okay, Bobby, finally, we're going to time you doing your 3x3 Rubik's Cube and see how fast you can do that. And then we'll see if you can solve any of ours. Okay? So why don't you scramble that one up and we'll get ready to time you. All right, scramble it up for another 10 seconds and then we'll start the clock. All right, why don't you hold it up for everybody, show them that it's nice and scrambled on every side. Okay. And ready, and go.
Done.
Whoa. Nice.
All right, raise your hand if you would like Bobby to solve your Rubik's Cube. Bobby, if you'd like to call on somebody, if you don't mind, they would love to see if you can solve theirs. We've been working on them for weeks.
Who has an original Rubik's Cube?
I do.
Alright. Because I can get those done fastest.
All right, tell me when you're ready, Bobby, and I'll start the clock for you.
Alright, I'm ready.
Okay, ready, and go. Bobby, why don't you tell us what's a little different about the different Rubik's Cubes that you have? What makes a good Rubik's Cube for you to solve?
Like mechanically?
Mm-hmm.
Because they shave down parts of it so that it doesn't have as much friction, which helps it turn a lot better. Rubik's Cube just has a factory where they just mold it really easily and they just put it together and they make a lot of money off of them.
Very good. Are there, Bobby, you can take any questions now, and that way our 3rd and 4th grade could return to their rooms, and then you can spend a little time with the 5th grade to help us out with our Rubik's Cubes. But if anybody has any questions for Bobby, you can raise your hand and he can answer them for you.
How long does it take you to solve like that huge one?
This one?
Yeah.
I don't even like to time myself on it because it is so long. I have to get all of these on every side, pair up all the edges, and then solve it like a 3x3.
Is there a way to, like, if you do get, like, if you just ordered a cube off the internet, like, you can break it in somehow, like, to make it not so thick?
Yeah, you do have to break them in sometimes so that they rub the pieces together and they get used to each other's feelings. So.
Crap.
So just, your Rubik's Cubes, what's the hardest Rubik's Cube that you have to solve except for 7x7?
Probably this one.
Is the,
how did you learn how to solve like a Rubik's Cube that fast in a year when it takes me a year to solve just a 3x3? No.
Because I just watched a simple video that taught me notation, and that's another story, which teaches me algorithms, which helps me solve them a lot faster.
Do you know the name of the video?
How to solve a Rubik's Cube on YouTube or something. On January 12th, when I was at the boring competition, I got 2271. Like 22 seconds.
Have you ever solved a 10x10 Rubik's Cube?
I don't own one. It would be cool to own one though. You?
How do you like train? Do you like train your fingers to do all that stuff?
They just get faster as I keep practicing, and the algorithms, instead of having to say them out loud, my muscles just get used to them, so that's why I don't even have to look at the cube when I'm doing something. You?
Mr. Snyder told us that you had a tech deck. Does that have anything to do with your Rubik's Cube? Does that like practice your fingers or something?
No, it's just a side hobby that I like to do. You?
Have you ever tried like an electronic Rubik's Cube?
I have seen those, and I wanted to get one once, but they said they would have to ship it in at Best Buy, and they were really expensive. You?
Have you ever seen one of these?
Oh, Rubik's 360s are so annoying.
Me and my cousin took us like, we would all summer try and do this. And then we had it, then we realized that the green ball was in the orange ball. So we had to do it all over. But you have to get like red in first. So like, the whole thing.
It's really annoying.
All right, we can take 2 more questions.
Alright, you?
Have you ever solved one of those?
I had one, and then I lost interest in it very quickly, and then, I don't know, I just lost it. And last one?
I have 2 questions. The first one is, well, I've been like trying to look up videos on how to solve Rubik's Cube, but like I can do the first step with one side, and then it always gets screwed up.
Yeah, well, you gotta keep practicing, and once you learn all the algorithms, you can just do them however you want to.
Also, what's the name of the website where you buy them? Yeah.
I buy them on Amazon and like speedcubeshop.com because they're both in America.
And we could write those down for us too.
Oh yeah,
Write
I
those
can
down for us.
definitely write those down.
Thank you, Bobby. All right, thank you very much, Bobby, for coming out today. Thank you very much for coming out today. Listen to your teachers. They're going to let you know where to go. around to solve some of our Rubik's Cubes? It would make our day.
Yeah, the 3x3s I can do. But the 4x4s, I have an algorithm that fixes parity, and if I don't do it fast, I lose track of where I am.
Right, so you have to do it, doing it quickly helps you solve them better?
Yeah.
Interesting. If you have a Rubik's Cube that you would like Bobby to solve, raise your hand. If he calls on you, you can come up to have him solve it.
Also,
I did one side already.
Oh, got you started.